your girl Ray Ray. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a super quick and easy snack. I know you guys always hear me talk a lot about the Whisps crackers that are just basically made with cheese. So today I'm going to be making my own cheese crackers just out of cheese. So what I have here is, now the recipes that I've seen have all used the Sargento thin sliced cheese. I don't have Sargento thin sliced cheese money, so I have Great Value sliced cheese money. That is the oven preheated. The oven needs to be preheated to 350 degrees. So it's a little thick, but maybe I'll just cook it for a few extra minutes or whatever. But most of the recipes that I have seen, because I've looked at several different ones because I didn't know if different type of cheeses needed different cooking times, because I do have pepper jack and I have sharp cheddar. Another thing that you can do is that you can season these. I've seen people put hot sauce on them. I've seen people put a little bit of sprinkles on them and things like that. Like if you had slices of Parmesan cheese, you could put some garlic, make a parm gar. That's my new saying now. May I have some parm gar? But all the recipes that I have seen and looked at for different types of cheeses have all said the same thing. 350, 15 minutes for sliced cheese. And I've seen pepper jack ones, I've seen cheddar, I've seen the Monterey. And they were all the same, 350 for 15 minutes, and then you need to let them cool. Another very important thing that you need to know when making these, you have to use parchment paper. You have to use this. A couple of the recipes made a note in this. It said, do not use wax paper because you will ruin your cheese crisps. And the whole thing of it is that the wax will stick to the cheese and ruin it. And so it says, two recipes which I liked, that it said that I use parchment paper for a lot of stuff anyway. I mean, I am a baker, but if you don't normally use parchment paper, you need to get some. This is from Dollar Tree for $1. This is what I use all the time. I stock up on it. I buy a couple packs at a time. I get my wax paper from the Dollar Tree. But yeah, so for $1, you can get some parchment paper. So I have a big cookie sheet lined with parchment, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, but I'm going to tell you too, is I'm going to take the one slice, but I'm going to make them in smaller pieces, and I'm going to cut these in 4s and then put them on the tray. And I'm also going to do both cheeses on one tray so you can see the difference and all that good stuff. So let's get these cheese crisps going in the oven. Okay, so I just took my first tray of cheese chips out of the oven, and not really the result. Like I said, I followed every single recipe that I found, said 350 for 15 minutes. Well, as you can see, this is the pepper jack. It is burnt to a crisp, which is fine. This is the cheddar. That seems okay. And it's making, can you hear? I don't know if you can hear that. It's crackling. So it's crackling. I have it on a cooling rack. I'm going to wait for the tray to cool a little bit and then just slide the parchment paper on one of my cooling trays and do it that way. And we'll see how, we'll just let them cool because you need to really let these cool. But can you hear that? I don't know if you can hear that or not. They're like crackling. It's really cool. Okay, so I just took my second batch out and I cooked these at like 8 minutes. I was going to do 7, but I let them stay in for like 1 more minute, which kind of made sense to me because of the simple fact that when I make my cheese taco shells with the shredded cheese, I bake them for 8 minutes and they get hard. So, and these are a little bit thinner. So let me show you how these came out. Okay, so this is a whole tray of the pepper jack. Still a little brown, but that's okay. But they're not as burnt as these are. These are the cheddar cheese. This is the sharp cheddar cheese. Again, these were in for 8 minutes. So we're just gonna let these cool off. And as you hear, they're like crackling. I don't know how well you can hear that, but they're like crackling and stuff. So I'm assuming that's normal. So if you hear that and you make these, it's normal. So I'm going to let them cool and then I will give you guys a little taste test. And yeah, so stay tuned. Okay, so all of my cheese chips are done baking. And here's what we have. So this is the 8 minutes up here. This was the first one for 15. Don't do 15 minutes. So I did make a big old bowl of egg salad. So this is what they're intended for. So as a little snacky poo-poo, I'm gonna take, this is one of my cheddar cheese crisps, and I'm just gonna put it in the egg salad. It's holding its shape. It's pretty good. Now, like I said, these were the ones I baked for 8 minutes. I mean, they taste like cheese. They held for dipping. They're pretty good. One thing I did notice with the pepper jack cheese, these are a little bit flimsier. So I'm just gonna break these apart. And I left them like this so you could see. But these are a little bit softer than the cheddar ones. But let's see how let's taste it solo first. These are a little bit more chewier. These were baked at 8 minutes. Nice, good pepper jack taste. I don't know how well these are gonna hold up. Ooh, had like a little pepper. I'm good. I'm eating my lunch with you. So yeah. I mean, they work for its purpose. They're good. They're not like store-bought, but these, I'm not going to let them go to waste, but they are Crunchy City. This was the pepper jack, but I'll eat it. It just tastes like burnt cheese. I like burnt cheese, so I'll eat it. But it's super crunchy. So if you like burnt cheese and you want like that chip crunch, like the cheddar ones, I think they would be just fine. So yeah, like I said, I've never made these before. I think you just need to test and do not do 15 minutes. I mean, the cheddar ones are probably okay at 15 minutes. I mean, let me say. The cheddar ones are okay at 15, maybe even if you just did 13. They still have that cheddar cheese taste. They have a really good crispiness. They're very thin. I think they're fine. The cheddar ones you can cook a little bit longer. Pepper jack, I would definitely not cook longer. Pepper jack, I would keep it like 7-8 minutes. And I would probably eat them right away. I'm going to keep these in a storage container. And these will get eaten today. So I'm just going to leave them sit out. I don't really know. I think you would probably make these as you go. Or if you make them for like lunches and stuff. But yeah, so I don't know. I think they came out pretty good. Like I said, just adjust your time with your ovens and your temperatures and stuff like that, and I think you'll be okay. Hey guys, quick editor's note. I was just editing this video and I actually kind of want to just record this really quick because so it is the next day that I have made our chips. As you can see, everybody ate them. One thing I wanted to let you guys know is that the pepper jack cheese chips, they lost, so they're still crispy, but they're like they're rubbery. Like, they're not like, I don't know. They're very rubbery and tough. So I did just want to let you know that. But as far as the cheddar cheese ones, now the cheddar cheese ones that I cooked at 8 minutes, they're the same way. They're still crispy, but they got a little bit of like a toughness to it. So, and then the ones that I cooked at 15 were still fine. They're very chip-like. So I think it's just definitely the different type of cheese that you use. But like I said, these are like very, like, okay, here's a perfect, like, it's really kind of rubbery. And it's really kind of hard to chew. So I don't know if it's like a white cheese type of thing, because like I said, this is the pepper jack. So I just wanted to pop in and let you guys know that, because it is the next day. And I took some with me to lunch with some egg salad today. And I'm sitting here trying to chew them like, oh my gosh. I was like, they're so tough to eat. They're so rubbery. And yes, you guys are in my cabinet. But I just wanted to pop in and give you an editor's note. I don't know how you would store them, or if you make them for that day. You know what I'm saying? Because they were good yesterday. And then overnight, and then I didn't even put them in the refrigerator. I actually left them in my bag. And I just had my egg salad in the fridge. And I had the cheese chips in my bag, so I didn't even put them in the fridge. These have actually been sitting in my cabinet. This is like a really tight air sealed container. And I've had them up here in the cabinet where it's dark and everything. So, like I said, they got tough. They got rubbery. But the ones that I cooked for like 15 minutes were fine. So, again, it's just how you cook, or how long you cook your cheese for. That's really it. Is just the time and how long it takes to cook them. Oh, excuse me. Piece of cheese went down the wrong way. But yeah, so I just wanted to jump in really quick and just let you guys know that for like a next day, just to kind of give you that information, like it's the next day. How did these turn out? So the ones that cooked at 8 minutes, they were good yesterday, but today they weren't. But the ones that cooked longer were still super crispy. And I really personally think that the darker the cheese, like the yellower, like I don't even know if that makes any kind of sense. I don't know the chemicals or the history or any reasoning, scientific reasoning for that. But I really think that the yellow cheese, the cheddar cheese works better than the pepper jack, unless you're going to eat, like I said, the pepper jack right away. As far as like the cheddar cheese, I think those would be fine to cook. You could cook them longer, cook them for like between the 10 and 15 minute mark, and then store them and they'll be fine. My husband definitely wants me to make it again. He wants me to make Parmesan garlic, and he wants me to make some with Old Bay, because us Marylanders and our Old Bay, trust and believe, my husband and his Old Bay. I like Old Bay too though. But yeah, so I just wanted to just pop in really quick in the video. I'm editing it right now, so I just wanted to come in and let you guys know that, and back to your regularly scheduled program. All right guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.